Hey, it's your friend Steve. Welcome back. Take a seat on the couch. Let's have a conversation. Don't know why I say conversation. Again, I'm talking to the mic. I'm still getting used to this, so bear with me. I know I'm like 8, 9, 10. I don't know. I've been doing some random episodes, but I'm getting used to it. I'm getting better at it. I'm a work in progress, ladies and gentlemen. And whoever else is listening. Aliens, love you every day. Come get your boy. I'm here. So, what are we going to talk about today? I don't know. So I'm a kid of the 90s, right? Big into Pokemon. I don't know if anybody's listening to this. Pokemon, loved it. Loved it as a kid. Ash, killing it. Weird professor. I don't know what it is about mad scientists, but they always love boys. They love having little boy assistants. I don't want to go too deep into that. Think about it what you will. Just saying. Always, it turns out if you're really smart, you need a boy. You got Doc Brown had a boy. Professor Willow. Is it Willow? Professor Oak. Willow's like Pokemon Go, which is also, I loved Pokemon Go. I played that all the time. I used to play that all the time. I lost like 25 pounds. I mean, all you do is walk around and you're like literally living in a game. You're like, oh, look, there's a little Pikachu by this mailbox. I choose you. But I'm just saying, like, Pokemon Go is pretty much dog fighting. It's like animal fighting. And you're like, oh, well, this is my favorite. This is my Pikachu. I love him to death. But Pikachu, fuck up that Charizard. And then Pikachu does it. Like a good little boy. But I mean, if you really, like, my animals, like, I'd never be like, my little dog, be like, hey, fuck up that other dog. I love him too much. And honestly, my dog would get his ass kicked. And I don't want to see my dog get his ass kicked. I mean, he's a lover. He's not a fighter. I mean, I don't train him either. I mean, I guess Ash, all he did was train him. And then, like, stick him in, like, a little ball, which is, like, interesting. Like a little prison. But then, like, so, like, the balls are all the same. How is, like, a Charizard in there and, like, a Pikachu, same ball? How is, like, Charizard, like, he's probably, like, neck crook. He gets out. He's like, my neck. I'd spit fire at this dude, but my neck hurts. Like, bro, can I get a little bigger Pokeball? Maybe, like, just keep me outside. Like, I'm your slave. So, I'm not going anywhere. And now my cat's like, did you want me to be a Pokemon? Khaleesi, do you want to be on the podcast, Khaleesi? She like does a little... Khaleesi, do a little noise. Oh, she doesn't want to do her little noise. She wants to be purring to my mic. Oh, first guest of the show, Khaleesi, my cat. Yeah, I'm a cat daddy. What about it? Holler at you, boy. Cat daddy. Single guy with a cat and 2 dogs, but mostly a cat, because my cat's cutie. My cat's a cutie. But Pokemon, so it's like you love your Pokemon, but then you're like, oh shit, fuck. I want to catch this other Pokemon, so what do? Beat the shit out of it till it faints, and I throw a ball at it and I capture it. But I still love it. Like, man, and then like all these Pokemon are like super like they could like burn like Charizard's a fucking dragon. Like, explicit. Sorry, YouTube. Miss you every day. Yeah, Charizard could just like burn him, and then he's free. What does Ash do for Charizard? Doesn't bring a goddamn thing to the table. Doesn't do anything for him. He's just a little fire bitch. And then burn him alive, burn them all, kill him. I don't know. Maybe Ash is nice. I don't know. They never really show anything. I mean, he's really nice to Pikachu. Like, Pikachu's one of his good slaves. Like, he's like allowed to stay in the house. The other ones are, like, in their balls. Like, you're like, bro, fuck this Pikachu. I could beat his ass. I could be your best friend. What does Pikachu do? He just goes, Pika, Pika. Ooh. Do I get sued for that if I do a Pika, Pika impression? Pika, Pika. That's pretty good, though. Nailed it. I don't do many impressions, but the ones I do, kill it. Like, I do a good Owen Wilson. Wow. Like, close your eyes. Wow. Like, Owen's right there. I mean, boom. I used to have a cat that had like an Owen Wilson nose, but I don't know if is that offensive if I say it's an Owen Wilson nose because his nose is fucked up. And my cat's like, I don't want to listen to your podcast. Unsubscribe. And she walked away. So, don't be like my cat. Like and subscribe. But then again, if I don't know why I say that. Because if you're listening to this, you've already done your part. You have done your part already. You're listening. And hopefully enjoying. I'll probably, don't get my hopes up. Just click it, put it in the background. I'm cool with that. That's fine. I'll be your white noise baby. That's racist. Why is it gonna be white noise? All noise matters. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Black, white, Asian, other ones. What other ones are there? All noise matters. If that's offensive, I apologize. I don't know. Just came in my head. This whole thing isn't planned. Don't have anything written down. Probably should. Very true. But this is my mind. A friend of mine's like, oh, she's like, I love you. I never listened to your podcast. Should I listen to it? What is it about? It's about my mental health. It's about me just shooting the shit. Like, this is like what it's like to hang out with me. I'm loud. I'm obnoxious. I talk forever, and no one gets any words in. I'm kind of rude. But, every once in a while, I'm funny. Kill me. I mean, what? Sue me. I meant sue me. I don't always say kill me. Maybe it's whatever. Don't kill me, please. I know where I'm going after this, and I'm not really ready to go. Hell's gonna be bad, but it'll be funny. At least we'll all complain together. But like, hell has nothing but funny people. But like funny. I mean, most bad people are kind of funny. I mean, some of them, I guess, aren't really cool. Like, I guess Capone's not really, like, cracking jokes. I see why you killed all these people. They were like, fuck, man, I'd rather be dead than hang out with Capone. Because what's Capone's making jokes? Capone ain't making jokes. He just has syphilis. Is that, I mean, can Capone sue me? Can I make jokes about Al Capone and be cool? I mean, he was kind of a bad guy. I mean, he did what he did. But, murdered a lot of people, had syphilis. Again, don't sue me, Al Capone's family. Do they brag about being Al Capone's family? They're like, oh yeah, my grandfather, Al Capone. They're like, oh, my grandfather grew blueberries. What'd your grandfather do? Oh, well, he ran Chicago for the mob. Oh, cool. Blueberries, huh? Do you grow blueberries? I mean, like, I feel like you have... you plant trees. Like, okay. Then you have to pick them. That's the hard part, is picking. Picking blueberries seems like a horrible task. It seems very monotonous. Monotonous? Monotonous? I know big words, can't say them. I got a lazy mouth. That's what they tell me. I got a real lazy mouth. Can't do shit with it. Can talk all I want. Nothing makes sense. It's all right. Yeah. So she was like, "What is your podcast about?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's just me talking. I don't know. You might enjoy it. I don't know." I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I can't tell my friends to like and subscribe anymore. I think I've run my course with that. I have great friends. They're fucking great people. Explicit, sorry, YouTube. If you're 13 years old, don't listen to this. Move along in real life. Go outside. Throw the ball around. Make a friend. Not any guy in a van. Stay away from people with vans. You have a van, you're a creeper. Minivans don't count. Minivans are cool. Unless you're not. If you have no kids and you drive in a minivan, yes, you're a creep. Watch yourself. You're on a list. I'm sure I'm on the list. I have to be on the list, right? I just say crazy shit, and I put it on the internet. Well, I'm an idiot. The FBI's like, yeah, we monitor him, but I don't know. I'm too lazy to do anything. I had a girl, I was talking to this girl one time, I don't know, on one of the dating sites, enter sponsorship here. I was talking to her, and I go, oh, where do you live? And she goes, oh, I'm not going to tell you where I live. And I was like, well, I didn't mean like the address, what time are you home, when do you leave your door unlocked? I just, the general area, just making conversations, relax. And then she's, oh, well, you'll just stalk me. I was like, that's a lot of work, and there's not much benefits. I mean, like, what am I gonna be outside your window? Like, I could see naked chicks on the internet. It's mostly like stepsisters shit, which is weird, but I mean, I could see naked chicks on the internet. I remember when like chicks used to just send you nudes. Now they're like, oh, OnlyFans? I'm like, I mean, I kind of want to see your titties, but I mean, I remember when girls would just be like, oh, you're cute. Here's my tits. Thank you. Dick pics, I agree with. Don't send dick pics. That's fucked up. I used to do that when I was drunk. Now I'm older. I understand. Not cool. Not cool. Kind of a piece of shit for it. Because no girl wants to see a dick. Dicks look weird, dude. Vaginas look weird too, but dicks are definitely weird. I don't know. My neighbor's looking at me. Do you think my neighbor knows I'm recording a podcast? 'Cause he's looking in my window like, what are you doing, bro? Why do you have a little mic by your mouth? Don't look at my mouth. You know what's fucked up with the neighborhood? Like, all your neighbors stare at you, and you're like, ugh, come on, I want some privacy. Can't I just jerk off in my front yard? And they're always staring at you, and you're like, come on. Move along your day. You never seen a grown man jerk off in the middle of his house? Yeah. Everyone has a naked neighbor. We all know this. But, so, yeah, Pokemon's weird. I loved Pokemon Go. Because I played it for like a year and a half. I still play it from time to time. But, I mean, I got into it. Because I like to walk. And I was like walking like 13, 14 miles a day. I was dropping weight. Like, I lost like a lot of weight. I used to be like, fuck it, I'll tell you. I was like 470. I was like 470 pounds like 3-4 years ago. Then I like lost 112 pounds. I'm still pretty big. And then I'm like hovering, and then I lose weight. I'll lose like 40 pounds, and I'll gain like 20 pounds. I mean, I get like in modes where I'm super into it, and then I get like depressed, and I'm like, oh, I'm in mud. I can't walk. I don't want to do anything. I just want to just be alive. And working out is hard. I mean, I'm never going to be like jacked. I mean, I don't want to be jacked. I like having a dad bod. I do like, I just want to be healthy, which I am. I mean, my cholesterol was a little high, like, borderline. And other than that, last time I was at the doctor, I can't say the name, but, so I guess like they weren't really worried about it because they were like, well, you could die. And I was like, oh, well, that's good. Cool. But I mean, I'm relatively healthy. Like, I can go out right now and probably run, I don't know how my other neighbors looking at me. Why are all my neighbors looking at me? What? Like, why are all like, you know what? I never go past a house and just look inside. I'm like, just go on about my day. Don't really care. Unless you have like huge tits and you're changing. Like, if you're changing by a window, yeah, I'm going to look. Why? I mean, I'm not the weirdo. You're the weirdo. And I'm a little bit of a weirdo. I used to have a neighbor back when I lived in New Jersey. Like, she would always like be sunbathing, not naked, but like in a bikini. And like, I live in apartment buildings, so like I'd walk past and she'd like always want to have a conversation with me. I'm like, ma'am, your tits are out, and I am like 17 years old. Like, I'm looking at your tits. But then like I turned 18, and then she was just like, oh, what are you doing for your 18th birthday? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Me and my friends probably just get some pizza and play some video games. She's like, oh, I'll take you to a strip club if you want. And I was like, I don't know if this is appropriate, ma'am. I mean, your boyfriend beats you, but I mean, I don't think it's appropriate. I don't know why I brought up the beating of the girlfriend. That was fucked up. But, thin walls. I mean, that's my fault. But yeah, she was like, oh, I'll take you to a strip club. And I was like, I don't really particularly like strip clubs. Never been to one, but, I don't like, I know what the deal is. Like, I know what they have to hustle, which I don't hate. Like, I understand. They're there to make money. They have a very short lifespan, not lifespan, but I mean, you have like maybe like 6-7 years to be a stripper, and then you're not hot anymore, and you're like, what am I doing in my life? It's like strippers and football players have the same job security in the same job window. Like, 7 years in the NFL, you're like, I have a concussion, my knees are all banged up, I have a coke problem, and then you're a stripper, your knees are all fucked up, you have a coke problem. I don't know about concussions, but that pole looks very difficult, so mad respect. I actually know a couple strippers. Shocking, I'm a creep. Uh, I think I want to have a sex worker on my podcast, because I find sex work very interesting. And I don't think, like, I don't say, like, sex work, like, whoa, I don't say that at all, because I had a stroke. I don't think, like, sex work, I don't, like, strippers, it's definitely a sex job. I mean, they don't have sex with them, but I mean, you're using your sex to make money. I consider that a sex worker. That's my point. I don't think they're dirty, filthy whores that have sex for money. I don't think dirty, filthy whores are bad either. I mean, if you're a prostitute, good for you. You're doing the world a service. I mean, how many lives are you saving by fucking random dudes for money? They don't go and shoot places up. I mean, they're out here coming, and now my other neighbor's looking at me. What is going on? Am I having a live show right now? Stop looking at my damn window. But then I'm also looking at them, because I'm talking to a little mic and looking at the window. So maybe I'm the weirdo, and they're just looking at me like, yo, why are you looking at us, looking at a little mic? Are you, like, taking notes on the neighborhood? No, Karen. The neighborhood's not that fucking interesting. Explicit, sorry, YouTube, sorry, every day. 13-year-old boys don't listen to this. 13-year-old girls don't listen to this, okay? I had an experience the other day. I'll tell you this, because I don't really care. So I, like, get drunk, add chicks on Snapchat and Instagram. Facebook, you know, the usual. Drunk Steve knows everybody. And Drunk Steve's like, hey, you're cute, whatever. So, like, Snapchat, I added this chick, and she's cute. So, she posted, like, a selfie, and not always, I'll comment on a girl's picture. I don't want to fuck you. I mean, I just think you're beautiful or cute, or I just want to help make you have a nice day. Just say you're beautiful. It doesn't mean I want to fuck you. Some of the times it does, but not all the time. So anyway, so I comment, and then she's like, oh, hey, thanks, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, well, no problem. You're very pretty. And then we're talking, and then something goes, Steve, why don't you ask her age? 17. I was like, okay, well, you have a great day, little lady. Godspeed, don't do drugs, don't talk to creepy people on the internet. Counting myself, I'm 33 years old, playa. Don't listen to me. You know what? Like and subscribe to my podcast. I will not try to have sex with you. You're 17 years old. So I blocked, and I was like, out. I'm out. 17-year-old girls do not dress like that. It is very, they're confusing. They don't look 17. And that's usually what a pedophile says, but once you say you're not 18, even, I have a cutoff. I'm 33, so 25 and up. That's my age range. I used to bang 18-year-olds, not proud of it, maybe a couple years ago, and then I got turned 30, and I was like, 18-year-old girls anymore? I'm like, no. Then I was doing the math. I was like, that's creepy. So now, 6 years. 6 years is my age thing. Is that 6 years? I just did that quick math. No, it's way more than 6 years. But usually, I usually like older women, to be fair. We've had this discussion already. Well, it's like real life with me. Sometimes have the same discussion multiple times. But laugh about it. If not, no, don't worry about it. But yeah, I was like, no. I have to go. And I blocked, and I washed my phone, and I waited for the authorities to show up. You called a 17-year-old girl pretty. Jail. I wouldn't make it in jail. I have soft features. I'm someone's girlfriend day one. I'm very funny. I have a little bit of titties. You know, they're there. I just squeezed my titties, and I don't know why I did that. I just said, I got some titties, and I was like, squeeze. Just checking if they're still there. Oh, they're there. Oh, there's a lump. Should get that checked. Men get breast cancer? I don't know. Ladies, if you just check yourself, or I'll check yourself. I'll check yourself. I'll check you. I mean, just check yourself before you wreck yourself with breast cancer. Hashtag awareness. Awareness. Breast cancer awareness. Cancer is a terrible thing. I don't really understand cancer. Well, I do, but I mean, I don't understand, like a 6-year-old has cancer? I'm like, come on, man. Like, come on, God, get your shit together, dude. And, I mean, if that pisses him off, that pisses him off, if he's real. Who knows? But still, 6-year-olds with cancer. Like, do we really need to do that? Who's winning in that scenario? Oh, he has a plan. Well, he has a shitty plan then. If his plan is, oh, I'm gonna give this 6-year-old cancer. Yeah, it's a pretty shitty plan, dude. And then you kill a fucking 6-year-old dies. I mean, I had a friend in high school whose sister died from cancer. Very sad. I was like the first person. Well, no, my grandfather died, but he was old, so I was like, whatever. I was like a little upset. Not really. We've already discussed he was kind of a dick. So I wasn't like super, super upset. I guess my aunt died. My aunt died. That was kind of sad. I mean, she was a nice person. She was a nice person. I almost said something mean, but she was a little bit needy. But she had a lot of medical issues, so I understand her a lot more as I'm older. Back in the day, I was like, do I really want to run to the store for you? Alright, whatever, cool. I'll run to the store. Now I'm like, dude, I should have just ran to a store more often. I was like, I feel bad now. I do feel guilty. I feel guilty about a few things. But, yeah, so his sister died very young, very sad. Anyone dying sad, unless you're really old, then I don't feel that bad. He had a good life. 70 plus, he had a good run. What do you live? Want to live forever? What do you want to be, an old man? Like, where I remember. I don't know why I'm shit talking old people. I love you, old people. Good for you. But take a drink. I said, is that a drink? I don't remember. If you listen to my show, you're probably getting fucked up because there's a lot of things I do and say a lot. I'm stretching. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so she died. Wow. So this young girl died. Sorry, Patch Adams. What? Patch Adams? I don't remember. Whatever. All his patients died. He was a terrible doctor. Like, you're making your patients happy. Maybe, like, read a book, Robin Williams. Well, R.I.P., Jesus. Yeah, read a book, Patch. Maybe. I mean, laughter is the best medicine, but so good medicine. Give them some painkillers, let them live their life. Maybe try to figure out a cure. Maybe not crack so many fucking jokes, but to each their own. That's a sad movie. But anyway, I'm gonna eventually get to a story. So she died, and that was like the first funeral of a person younger than me, that was an experience. I was like, oh, man, I really don't want to go, but technically this dude's best friend. So I was like, I gotta go. I was like, all right, whatever. I went, and I'm there. I'm like making jokes because that's my thing. I can't stand death. I can't stand people not being happy. I'm broken. I gotta help somebody. So I'm making jokes and stuff, and then he goes, "Oh, well, you have to meet Stanley." I don't know, just made that up. He seemed like a Stanley, I guess. I go, okay, whatever. And he's like, he's tall. He's taller than you. I was like, okay, well, I don't really care about tall people. I mean, whatever. And so he's like, hey, Stanley, this is my friend Steve. And he stands up, and that motherfucker was tall. He had to be close to 7 feet. I think I was 6'3", 6'4" at the time. I mean, I was a junior in high school. Yeah, I was 6'3", 6'4". I was pretty tall. And then he goes, oh, I remember being that size. That's kind of how he talked. Yes, fee, fi, fo, fum. I'm not an anti-tall person. I'm a tall person, but he sounded like a giant. And he was a giant dick, because he was like, oh, yes, you're young, and he's turning into Bane. Yes, I was wondering what would break first. Add it to the list. That's not bad. Little suggestion. You want to do a great Bane impression? It's a little Sean Connery if he was drunk and into a beer glass. It sounds perfect. Anyway, so I'm like, dude, the hell? We're at a funeral and you're roasting me? Go fuck yourself. Explicit, sorry, YouTube. Sorry, every day. But yeah. So that's why I'm never oh, I'm better than you. I'm taller than you. Burr, 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 burr. Because tall people, I mean, dude, did I do anything to be tall? No. I didn't do a damn thing. Did I eat vegetables as a kid? Barely. I liked broccoli, but because I was like, oh, look at these little trees, these little green trees. Hee 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 hee. Yum, 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 yum. Mommy, can I have McDonald's? Another neighbor looking at me. 5 people looking at me. Should I just tell them to like and subscribe? T-shirts coming soon. Hit me up. If you like this show, let me know. T-shirts? Might send you a T-shirt. Hit me up. First 5 people. Ooh, that was gross. Sorry. Oh, man. Sorry. I'm very professional. I'm like a Ted Koppel over here. Is that a reference everyone gets? People know who Ted Koppel is? Maybe. Who's like the news person now? I was a real Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow. I find Rachel Maddow very attractive. Am I wrong? I don't know why. I find her very attractive. And I don't know why. And I said that like 3 times already. No, I said it twice. But, I find her very attractive, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm OCD. I had to do the 3rd time. I'm not cheating you out. Yeah, I don't know what it is about her, but it's very attractive. Did I say again? Okay, so 4 times. 4 times. How did I get to Rachel Maddow as attractive? I'm gonna keep saying it. But I don't know. I couldn't date a Rachel Maddow. Like, well, obviously I couldn't date her. I mean, she doesn't like dudes. So, I do like short hair on women. Is that weird? Like a little, I don't know if I could date a bald chick, but I'm like, yo, mad respect, dude. Maybe because I call them dudes, I couldn't date them. But mad respect, like, I've been bald. I shaved my head like a couple months ago. I cannot do that. I have like a really bad shaped head. And I used to make jokes because I have like an indent in the back of my head. Oh, that's where my parents dropped me. And I always would make that joke. And I'd always make that joke. And then like finally my mom was like, it happened one time. I was like, oh shit, I've been joking this whole time. But if legit you dropped me, well now I'm really like, what? Don't drop your kids, people. That's why I don't want a baby. I feel like I drop that shit all the time. Like, I drop my cell phone all the time, and I love my cell phone. But I guess, like, dropping a baby is like, when do I have the opportunity to drop a baby? Is the question. Can I drop your baby? I don't want to drop your baby. I don't want to hold your baby. I have friends that have, like, kids, and they're like, would you like to hold him? I was like, fuck no. Explicit, sorry, YouTube. Fuck no. Sorry, explicit, sorry, YouTube. No. I like how I say, sorry, YouTube, but, like, YouTube don't give a shit. Like, dude, they're like, you have, like, 12 people listening to your podcast. You can cuss all you want. We're good. But, yeah, I don't want to hold your baby. I'm like, cool. I'm like, it's a baby. Not a baby, it's a boy. Remember that? Throwback. Now I have, like, weird stuff happening with my throat. I think I'm I think I might be lactose intolerant. I don't like milk. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Hate it. Not tolerant of it. Sorry about that. Was that a joke? Now my other neighbor's looking at me. What is happening? But I think my neighbor's looking at me because he's like, dude, what are you doing? And now you, like, told all the other neighbors? So now they're all like, let me, like, walk past this dude's house. I'm not very friendly with my neighbors. I had a neighbor that lived 2 doors down, almost 3 doors. He was in a band. He was in a band called 2 Doors Down. It's pretty cool to 3 doors down. Thank you. I'll be here all week. In my life, I guess I'll be here all the time. But I have another one. Yeah, so he lived 2 doors down. And he'd always be like, dude, come over. Come over, dude. Have some beers. We'll have some booze. Have some beers, dude. And I'd be like, okay. And I went over there, like, once. And, like, it was alright. I had a couple beers. His girlfriend was hot. Very hot. And I was like, yeah, he's not a very good-looking man, but his girlfriend's very attractive. And then he was like, dude, you should move in with me. I'm like, I don't want to move in with you. I barely don't want to be here now. He's like, dude, we'll have fucking ragers. Sorry, YouTube. We'll have ragers, dude. I'm good, dude. I was like, ooh, that was a cool lawnmower. Dude's, like, standing on a lawnmower. Like, what? Do you just have like that for personal use? Looks like a glider. Like, dude, you care about your grass so much, you have to buy like that's expensive. It has to be expensive. Like a riding lawnmower is pretty pricey, but that one's like a straight up like professional lawnmower. There's like people that cut grass for a living. Isn't that crazy? What a crazy world we live in. I mean, the world. I mean, the U.S. We have people that do everything. We have like people that are influencers on social media. Like that's a job. Like people are getting paid right now to like post half naked pictures on Facebook, not Facebook, on Instagram. And like if I lived in like Africa or any third world country, or well, that's a continent, but anyway, third world country, I would hate America, man. We are kind of shitty about everything. Like we post pictures of food and we're like, ooh, this was really good, or this was really bad, and like people in like third world countries are like, dude, we haven't eaten in 3 weeks, and you're like complaining about a fucking steak you had last night that was overcooked. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, every day. I just would hate America, to be honest. We do a lot of shit.